Hello everybody, my name is Dannion Brinkley. I'm the New York Times best-selling author of Saved by the Light, A Peace in the Light, and The Secrets of the Light. Books written about my near-death experience that happened on September the 17th at 7:05 p.m. 1975, the first of three. It has been recently brought to my attention that a video called Dannion Brinkley Exposed took two people from my hometown and an English reporter doing a story about a guy called Dr. Death, who was a minister that came to a program of mine and decided he would become an expert in assisted suicide and euthanasia. Nothing to do with me. But in this, it says Dannion Brinkley Exposed. I need to respond to that. First, Carl Langley, a reporter who wrote an article about me in 1975, supposedly done the next day when he came to see me at the hospital. This never happened. Carl Langley never came to the hospital. He called on the phone and did an interview with Sandy, then the love of my life, and I supposedly think myself. I don't remember very much about that Wednesday evening in September 1975, that Thursday, that Friday. I remember parts of that Saturday. I have a pretty good memory of that Sunday. But remember, I was paralyzed for 6 days, partially paralyzed for 7 months. It took me 2 years to learn and walk and feed myself. And I had what was then a near-death experience. I had never heard of a near-death experience. I had no idea what it was. There was no literature or books written about it. Well, Carl Langley said that I was alive when I left the home to go to the hospital. I can't say whether that was true or not. I can say that the medical records say when I arrived at the emergency room, patient unconscious, patient not breathing, no EKG. I do not know what I said to Carl Langley, but I can promise you this. I was trying as hard as I could to give people the confidence that I was going to survive, because they said no one had taken that much lightning and survived, but I had, and I was struggling in pain. The second was Dr. Gilmore Eves, who said he came to the hospital to see me. No one saw Dr. Eves come to see me. I'm not saying he did or he did not. I don't remember. This was my mother's doctor. The last time I medically saw Dr. Eves, I was 10 or 11 years old. He has no medical records of him ever coming to see me or ever saying that he did. So when this English interviewer asked him, did I talk to him about angels or cities of light or crystal cities? I absolutely didn't talk to anybody about that because I had no idea what it was. I was trying to learn to see, trying to learn to walk, and trying to get up and dealing with pain as though I was burning in battery acid. I asked my brother, my father, Sandy, my mother, all the people who would have had any knowledge about Dr. Eves coming to see me. Not one person ever remembers seeing him. I can't say where he came or not. I can't say whether he was there or not. I can promise you I did not talk to him about anything. It took me weeks and sometimes months to try to understand what had happened to me. It's why I write these books. It's why I've become a hospice volunteer. It's why I've spent the last 34 years of my life studying this thing that we call death. I'm not trying to cause a problem with what these people say. And when this interviewer asked him if I told him about waking up in a morgue, that's ridiculous, everybody. I have never said that. I found that written by some publicist in probably 1992 when Saved by the Light came out, that I woke up in a morgue, and it just became one of those viral things that moved out through the universe. I have never said this, and I have never ever made that statement. So when Gilmore Eves was asked that and he said no, and that I was either sitting up or I was comfortable in that place, that's not true. I was paralyzed for 6 days. I couldn't talk. My tongue was swollen. I want to thank everybody who stayed in support of me. I could not build and live my life based on a lie. And the work I have done and tried to do to empower people to understand this thing called death, it stands for itself. But it needs to be responded to, and I have. Be blessed, everybody. Remember, there is a life after death. And I recently heard that Dr. Eves has passed from this world to the next. And I hope he's had a good life. He was a good man. But now he knows I was right. Thank you.